Greetings and welcome. Thank you for stopping by here on YouTube Live. If you happen to be logging on the original air date, which is Sunday, August the 28th, 2022. Otherwise, if you're logging on much later, just greetings, welcome. Thank you for joining. And essentially, whatever you come in here with, I decree and declare that you get. Whatever you come in here thinking, wishing, hoping, saying, praying towards me, who I am, what I do here, as well as my son and the collective that I typically serve, I return it to you. If it's of love and light, then it's no harm, no foul. But if it's of fuckery, then this will be amplified in your reality. Now and ongoing and forevermore, this is my divine order and solemn decree. Okay? Because if you don't like who I am and what I do here, you don't have to be here. So if you're coming in here on fuckery, fuckery you shall receive. If you're coming in here out of true, pure benevolence and love and light and positive sincerity, then may you get that as well. Okay. Now, this is not a reading. This is actually a mini discussion and a little commercial, if you will, because I will be doing a pre-recorded session, Reiki session, light language session, angel healing number session regarding health and well-being and regarding clearing out the effects of spell work, the effects of dark magic, okay, that some of you may feel like you have been under, okay? So I digress. We're not going to talk much about that, but this is what you're seeing, why you see my distance Reiki mat and some mudras and all of that, and some crystals and wands, and you're seeing one of my setups, okay? But the title, as you're coming in, it says, they disempower and then they bitch and moan. They disempower and then they bitch and moan. And then you see hashtag narcissist. See, one of the insidious natures about narcissism, okay, in its most malignant form is this crazy making, insidious cycle of trying to disempower their target, but bitch and moan about the target being disempowered. So, for an example, they go about acting like, first and foremost, that they're wanting to empower you, that they're wanting to strengthen you, that they're wanting to support you, that they're wanting you to gain, to grow, to mature, to gain independence, to gain your autonomy. But they actually work against you. So it's like they're helping, then they're not helping. They're helping you, they're not helping you. They help, then they'll help in a way to keep you disempowered. They'll sabotage you. Okay, even if this is in a very sneaky way, but it's because they need your energy. The best description that I have for narcissistic frequencies, beings, is they're predators. Predators have to what? Parasites have to what, rather? Parasites. They have to feed. Okay? If a parasite has to feed off of a host, and if they don't have a host to feed off of, they die. Did you hear me? Parasites have to feed off of a host, and if they don't have a host to feed off of, they die. Okay? So this is one of the reasons why narcissistic group controls, if you ever pay attention, these people always typically have a lot of yes people surrounding them, enablers, tongue biters, groupies, because this is their supply. This is their supply. If all of that were to end, you'll watch the narcissist dwindle. Okay? They don't handle true independence very, very well. You'll see a narcissist dwindle. If you take away their enablers, if you take away their tongue biters, if you take away the pawns and the flying monkeys that they have surrounded themselves with, you'll see a whole nother version. So they keep, the way they keep these people is through gaslighting, religion, crazy making, blackmail in some cases, or using their position of power and resources to keep people feeling stuck and trapped. And so this is how they keep this circle. Fear, they use that a lot. Okay, if you leave me, your life is going to be hell. If you leave this group, your life is going to be hell. If you don't stay, your life is going to be hell. If this, this, and this. And so they keep a lot of people um, through fear mongering. Okay, if you don't agree, then your life is going to become hell. If you don't fit the role, the bill that we're wanting you to fit, then your life is gonna be hell. Okay? So narcissists, if you're a high vibe earth angel star seed, then you're like, main course supply for these parasites. Okay? In other words, empathic, okay, high frequency. It's like the best supply to a parasite. Okay? So this is another reason why these people target those that are on twin flame journeys too. It is the best feed, if you will, okay? Because the energies are different, okay? So you'll find yourself in cycles with these people, okay? They make shit hard for you. They do rituals so shit can be hard for you. At the same time, while acting like they're trying to help you, and then bitch and moan to make you feel bad. Do you see how this insidious cycle is working? Then the subliminal messages and little sayings here and there to make you feel bad that they're helping you, when reality, the only reason why they need to be helping you or they're helping you to begin with is because they played a role in sabotaging you to start, so that they could feed off of you, okay? And so that you can be codependent and they codependent on you, and then make you feel bad at the same time, yet keeping you stuck. Do you guys see how toxic that is? It was because of me, but they're not telling you that they were sabotaging you from getting offers. They're not telling you that they were doing rituals to stop you from getting offers. They're not telling you that they were causing confusion in your energy so you couldn't discern. They're not telling you that they had people working with them to sabotage you. They're not telling you any of that when they gave you the $1,000, when they let you stay at their home, when they so-called assisted you in this and that and this and that. And then when they did that, they still made it difficult for you. And then while you were there, they have their little sayings that they do, the whistle blowing. I'm sorry, not the whistle blowing, the dog whistle energy, where on the surface it looks harmless, but it's meant to tear at your self-worth and self-esteem, to make you question yourself. Okay, so if you're wondering if you're in some type of a narcissistic dynamic, these are some of the things that hopefully will highlight some of their ways and strategies. Okay, this is why I've had to learn the long and hard way. All help is not good help. And when people help you, even when you take help, that doesn't give people a seat and a ticket to be able to abuse you. Taking help from people is not giving them the right to abuse you in any way. And if this means disrespecting your boundaries, if this means is expecting you to turn over your power, your right to be you, that's distortion and it's narcissism. So if you find yourself in situations like that, then I invite you all to look a little deeper into what I'm saying. Hopefully go somewhere to heal, okay, what these individuals have done, because it's an insidious cycle of what they do to keep their pawns and their enablers around them. They're helping but not helping. They're throwing the rock and hiding their hand. They throw the rock and then they go on CNN News showing how they gave you a donation, bitch. You see what I'm trying to say? Working against you the whole time, and then they go on Insta fake and Facebook and post about how they assisted you with this and this and that, or how they donated to Make-A-Wish. You see where I'm going? So I just want to encourage you, love on yourself, free yourself, get somewhere safe, get your life and your body back into order after dealing with these types of people. Learn whatever these lessons are, but don't believe, well, give intention to release the false beliefs that you were the problem, that you were to blame. See, narcissistic abuse is different than anything else. It's deeper, okay? And some of the propaganda would have you thinking that it must be you. It must be you. It ain't you. Okay? Parasites like to do what? Look for holes to feed. The only thing that it is indicative of, beautiful souls, is that the wounds that we came here to heal. Okay? The wounds, learning how to love ourselves, learning how to stand up for ourselves. That's one of our primary goals and our primary purposes, believe it or not, you guys. Outside of all these other things we think we're here for. It's getting back to honoring you as a beautiful soul. Learning the lesson that you have a right to stand up for yourself. You have a right to be here. You have a right to be treated properly. You have a right to respect and honor. You have a right to your individuality. You have a right to free yourself from anything that is toxic and abusive to you on any level. Okay? We come here to clear that shit out, clear these traumas out. But this gaslighting, this triangulation, this deflection that these individuals do to make you feel like it was you. Okay, because in their grandiose and their communal narcissism or hiding behind their positions of power, okay, bitching and moaning, disempower you, but bitch and moan when you're codependent. It's insidious. How are you going to want someone to be strong and empowered and independent and on their own, but you are fighting them every step of the way of developing that if you don't approve of what they're becoming? You see what I'm saying? If you can't benefit off of it in some way, if you can't live vicariously, because a lot of them do that as well, other people's accomplishments. Okay, so it ain't in your head. This is actually what these people do. They work overtime in very sneaky, insidious ways to make shit hard for you and disempower you. And then bitch and moan to make you feel bad about it because they don't want you going nowhere. They actually need you. They are a parasite. So I invite you guys to look up the term parasite and see how that sits with you when you're thinking of narcissism. Okay, people who are truly sociopathic vibes, okay? Psychopathic, sociopathic, even if there's no clinical diagnoses, but their conduct and their behavior, okay? And the things that they participate, okay? So look up parasite and then think about that. And then do yourself a solid. Be wise, be diligent. You have a right to defend yourself. Take your life seriously. Take your health and well-being seriously. You don't need anybody to co-sign your life. If you are in harm's way and you know you are, you sense you are, you feel you are, and you know what you have gone through, get the hell away from those people. You may have to humble yourself. You may have to live in meager means for a while, but I promise you this, living in meager means for a while and humble yourself is worth it if it means restoring your life. If it means it gets you back into health and vitality. Okay? Because narcissists, these parasites, they destroy their host. Okay? So detox yourself. Take care of yourself. Get professional help if you feel guided to get professional help. But on a holistic scale, start ridding your life of people who have posed as toxic connections to you. Okay? And know that you deserve better than that. All right? All right, you guys. I will be back later on a pre-recorded video for you guys today, and it's going to be a session dealing with wellness, health, and well-being, and dealing with clearing out black magic and all of that, so that we all can continue to move forward with our healing, with our ascension, with our journeys. Okay, but I must say, we have to co-create with our higher self in the universe. This is a collaboration. Okay, sitting and looking at Reiki sessions, sitting and listening to readings, and endless study without application is not going to get us anywhere. Okay, so we can watch 12 readings that says this is a toxic situation, run. But if you don't put those parameters in place for yourself, then you're still going to suffer for whatever that is, even if you're a divine being. There's levels of grace and protection we have, but it's there under the leadership of otherworldly energy and the higher selves to get us through and navigate us through certain situations. Okay, but when we choose to stay in stagnancy and indifference and inactivity, we pay for that. Okay, all right, guys, so I'll be back. Namaste.